So this is my first video of 2024. Are you guys sick of hearing people say, new year, new me? Well, so am I. So having said all that, Happy New Year, new me. But seriously, I am the same person and I know how I am. So here's 3 resolutions that I'm gonna make pertaining to overlanding this year. I think you'll be able to relate to them and maybe it'll help you get out more as well. Now, the 3 resolutions that I chose, they all kind of relate and build upon each other. The 3 put together should make a huge difference on how my overlanding adventures and how yours could go as well this year. So for the first resolution, I'm sure it's something that we've all been guilty of when you get back home from a trip, and let me know which one you do. You do either one of 2 things. You get home, you leave everything in your vehicle, and you go inside and jump in the shower, and you say, I'll unpack it later. Or number 2, if you have a garage, you dump everything into the garage, then you go jump in the shower and say, I'll deal with it later. And that is one of the worst things you can do because A, you won't deal with it later, and B, when you get to it, you're going to forget certain things. You're going to forget to replenish certain consumables that you've used up. You should do it right away because everything from the trip is fresh on your mind. You know what gear is broken. You know which gear needs to be cleaned. You know what you need to replenish. Just do it right away. When I was in the military, if we go on exercise or deployment, when we got back, usually it'd be on a Sunday, let's say, nobody went home until everything was cleaned, put away, or if it had to dry, it was cleaned and hung up and ready to go for the Monday. That way everything got sorted out and you were able to enjoy your time off and come back fresh and ready to go. For me, that's a big thing that I'm going to do this year. When I get back from a trip, I'm not going to relax until everything's unpacked, cleaned, sorted, put where it needs to be, and I'll make a list of things that I need to either fix or replenish. Okay, so number 2 is going to be to minimize my gear. In the overlanding community, we love gear. Everybody loves gear. I'm still going to purchase gear. Not saying, my wife is watching this, I'm not saying I'm not going to buy anything else. I'm just going to replace it with better things and either sell or give away the old things. You know, like cups and water bottles. I've just switched to this Yeti mug. I love it. This is now my camping mug. I'm just going to keep the one mug. I don't need 10 different coffee mugs when I know that I'm only going to use this. Same thing with like gloves. I've switched to giver gloves. I have multiple different pairs for different applications, but I still have a drawer full of gloves, work gloves, winter gloves that I'm never going to use. So either I'm going to donate them or if they're torn, I'll throw them out. The other thing you got to think of when talking about minimizing gear is every time I go on a trip, I pack my Bronco full of gear, and I probably only use 30% of what I bring. And going back to the military, they used to give us a kit list. It used to be like a standard exercise kit list. Now, new guys would always bring everything on that kit list. But the veterans, they knew you're not going to need this, 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 and this, and this, and this. Don't bother bringing it. You're just going to carry stuff for nothing, and it's going to be harder to find the things that you do need. So I'm going to apply the same thing with my overland gear. I'm just going to try to minimize. And what this is going to do is it's going to give me more space in my vehicle. And also when I go to leave for a trip, it's going to be a lot faster to pack if I have less things and less junk to cart back and forth. It's going to be a cleaner campsite when I get to my site. Less is more. So my third resolution that I want to make this year is to get out more, to plan more trips, longer trips, shorter trips. I love this so much, and I feel like even if I only go out for 2 to 3 hours, it recharges me just to get out in the wilderness. I just need to get out more. But time goes by fast, especially if you're busy. And if you don't plan your trips out in advance and you just kind of wing it, well, you know, a month can go by, 2 months can go by, and you haven't even gone out. This is something I love. It's something I feel is good for me. It's good for my soul. So this morning, you know, I have a lot of stuff to do at home, but I said I'm going for the morning. I'll be back by noon, which is in 20 minutes. Probably be about a half hour late, but you know, I'll be back home to do my stuff around the house. But at least I got out, and it really does feel good to sit here in nature. So how do the other 2 resolutions fit in with getting out more? By resetting my vehicle, I know that I can go out just for a few hours, So it won't take half a day to pack my stuff. Everything should be ready to go. And by minimizing gear, it'll just save time in general for maintenance, packing, cleaning, putting stuff away. With putting all these three efforts together, I should be able to get out more this year. I feel like if you guys do the same, you will too. Let me know in the comments if you have a overlanding related resolution. So reset your vehicle, minimize your gear, plan in advance. If you do those three, you'll have a great 2024 overlanding year. If you enjoy overlanding, make sure you watch my best overlanding trip of 2023 right here.